Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson. We are two sisters, Southern Cooking. Hey y'all, so we are doing Tex Mex stuffed green peppers. Oh my God. This is kind of like a mishmash of a bunch of recipes that we reviewed and kind of came up with our own little bit of what we wanted. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here, and this water will help to keep the meat from burning. So I have about a pound ground turkey. Now this recipe, I guess I can call it a little healthy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my meat ground up and then brown it. Then I'm going to put in my McCormicks original taco seasoning, and I got a teaspoon of cumin and a teaspoon of chili powder here to add extra. A little water just to keep it a little damp, and then I'm going to put black beans in it. Elsie's making rice in the kitchen. We're going to mix it all into the pan, and then we're going to put it inside of our green peppers. Now you can take your green peppers, put them in the oven and cook them, or you could put them in water and kind of like get them ready for, just boil them a little bit so they're ready. Or you can just leave them like that. We're choosing to leave them like that because we want a little bit of structure, and we want it to hold up pretty good. And then we'll bake it at 350. But we're going to go ahead and get our meat ground up here into little pieces, and then we're going to cook it and brown it up. And then we're going to put our seasonings in. Now when we put our seasonings in, I normally open this up and I take a little bit, after I've emptied it out, I take a little bit of water and I put the water inside of here, shake it around a little bit to get all of it out. And I'll do the same for my cumin and chili powder. So, now you gotta understand, turkey will release a lot of water while it's cooking, so you don't want to add too much water. I just added a little bit because my pan was a little hot and I didn't want to throw it in there and it just scorched my ground turkey. But it's going to take a few minutes. We'll get this all situated. So Elsie is making meatloaf, which she'll be doing next, and then I'm going to do turkey taco salad, which takes 5 minutes max. It's as simple as easiest, stupidest recipe for such a good bang for your buck for taste. Your family is filled, they have protein, they have fats, and they have carbs. And it's so good, and it's so simple. And you just put it on the plate. I'm telling you, they'll clean it up every time. Such a good recipe. And I think Elsie was making some hamburgers for Roger and for Aiden, and some French fries. So she's going to be making those here too. But we're not going to film those because we filmed hamburgers several times, so we're good in that department. So we're going to go ahead and let this finish browning, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, y'all, so my meat is pretty well browned up. It is ground up as well. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting in my dry ingredients here. So what we'll do when we're doing with the dry ingredients, I'm going to put a little water, like I said, into the envelope here. Shake it up and then pour it on top. So I make sure I get all of the ingredients out. And then I'm going to go ahead and season with our chili powder and our cumin. Now this is going to have a little bit of a kick to it. So don't be alarmed if it does. It's going to taste good irregardless. We're going to cover our stuffed peppers. We're going to cover them for 45 minutes on 350 heat, and then uncover them and let the cheese melt the rest of the way. So make sure we get a nice melt on it in like the last couple minutes of the time in the oven there. Look at that. That came together so pretty. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to add in my beans and get that mixed in here. This is going to be so good, y'all. I tried to talk Elsie into doing corn, but she said that might be a little bit too much, so we're not going to do corn with this, but we are going to let this simmer for a few minutes. I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to put a little more water in here, just a little, just enough to be able to coat the bottom, because it will actually cook off. And because I'm going to turn this heat down and just let it simmer until I get the rice. And then once I put the rice in here, then we'll put it inside of our green peppers. And then after that, then we'll bake it 350 covered for 45 minutes. It's gonna be so good. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be good, y'all. Okay, y'all, so the rice is done, the meat is done, it's been seasoned. I'll put in the directions on how much I actually ended up putting in here for salt. I've got cheese to be able to put in here for the rice. And I'm gonna go ahead and start dishing up my rice and put it inside of here. And you can do brown rice if you want. You can do white. You can do whatever you want. Whatever you like. This is a lot of rice, and this is 1 cup. 1 cup goes a long way. So I'm going to get it all combined in here. And then after I do that, after I get it combined, I'll take it off the heat and I'll mix in half of my container for cheese, and then I'll sprinkle cheese on top of it after we're done. Now you can put like taco seasoning, salsa, whatever you want on this here. You can put it inside of this recipe too if you want. I don't know. Elsie, do you have any taco seasoning? Salsa?
Salsa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got salsa.
You want to put some in here? I'll take some out for me. And then you can put salsa in here. Okay, so we got it all mixed together. I'm going to take half of the cheese and just put it on the top here and just mix it in, let it just melt in here. And the rest of this cheese we're going to sprinkle on top. I might put extra on there. But I'm just going to go ahead and mix this in here. And Elsie's going to bring some salsa in here. I'm going to add that in there and see how that tastes. Alright. Just going to go ahead and fill up my little green pepper boat. And I'm going to sprinkle a little cheese on the top. Now I need to remember which one of these are mine, because I can't have tomatoes, as you know, because otherwise I'll look like a tomato. So we're just going to pour some of that in here. How much you want to pour in there?
Probably about 1/4 cup.
Okay. That should be enough. Oh, this is gonna make it taste so good, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start ladling up my little green pepper boat here. I'm trying to talk Aiden into eating this for dinner because it's gonna be so good. But he's kind of hesitant. He says he doesn't like spicy. There's a little bit of spice in here. A little bit.
I also don't like peppers.
You don't like peppers?
No.
They're so good for you. There's so many good vitamins in peppers. Oh, yeah. So, this one here, because it was kind of small, I went ahead and I'm just going to do the whole pepper here and put it in here rather than trying to ladle it up. So Elsie put a cup of salsa. But if you're somebody like me who doesn't eat tomatoes, because I have an allergy, you can have it without it, because I'm going to have my little boat without it. All right. Ooh, this is just enough. I'm gonna put some, I think I might have to get me some more cheese and put on here because this is gonna be, it's gonna need a lot of cheese love. See that? That is yummy for your tummy. I have a little bit left over, but that's okay. I'll put them on top of these. Get some cheese on them. Get them in there and get them baking. All right. Just gonna put some extras on top. Elsie's gonna be in here in a minute to make her meatloaf. And then I'm going to start working on the cake pops and the icing or the glaze for the chocolate pound cake. I'm gonna do a vanilla glaze. What do you think about that, Els?
I think it looks good.
All right, guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and just get my cheese on top of here. We're gonna cover it up. We're gonna bake it 45 minutes. At 350. I got the oven warming up in there, and I'm going to have to get some more of this cheese put on top of here. Elsie says it's good. So this is something Elsie and I created out of the blue. We decided we were going to do Tex Mex stuffed peppers. Just kind of like decided what we were going to put in, and as we went, it was taste and test and just decide what you're going to put in it, and then you just go with it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven, and I'll be back in our next video. And I'm Debbie. We're Two Sisters Southern Cooking. And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.